Celeb Secrets is hanging out with John Morgan today. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no worries. I'm super excited to talk to you about your new song that's coming out this week. It's called Sorry Not Sorry. So we got to get right into it because when I listen to it, I'm like, this is a cowboy redneck anthem. And I feel like that's perfect for your vibe.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were going for was something that's just easy to listen to. You don't have to think about it too much, but if you do think about it, you can you can hear the lyric that basically is just, it gives you that, hopefully that connection where it's like, I at the end of the day, it's hard to change myself. I am what I am. So that's kind of what the lyric is saying too. So yeah, I'm excited to get it out. It's always been one of those songs that just it's hung around, and we got to play it all summer out with Aldean and this past year, and that was one of the crowd favorites. I mean, everybody loved that song and mentioned it specifically, so that was cool and encouraging to have that behind getting it out.
What's maybe like the overall message that you want people to take away from this song? Is there something maybe that you're kind of putting out there that you want to get out to your fans?
There's a lot of I don't know, a lot of hateful things in certain ways that, especially I really feel for kids that are, kind of in that awkward phase, maybe in high school or wherever that is. And, I know personally back home when I was growing up, there's always, that group of just redneck boys that they didn't know any better, and sometimes they got made fun of. And I think it kind of pulls from that, like, man, who cares? That, like I said earlier, you just I speaking for myself too, like I just am what I am. I obviously value people's opinion about myself, but at the end of the day, I'm only going to change so much for you. So hopefully people can connect with that and kind of feel that too.
Yeah, no, that's a really good mindset, because if you weren't who you were, you would not be doing what you're doing now. And you're a hit songwriter and you're doing things as an artist as well. So you should be really proud of yourself and very happy that you stayed true to yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Now we got to talk about, how you're connected with Jason Aldean, because I love that he's kind of a mentor to you and you've been on the road with him. What is that like? Because he is awesome and his music is great. And I know you're kind of like the genius behind a lot of it.
I am I'm a huge fan. I've always been a huge fan of Jason, even before, we started a work relationship. I value his opinion pretty highly when it comes to especially picking songs when we're going in to see what we want to cut next, or what, like I like having his opinion in there because he's got a good track record for picking songs in his own artistry, and so I really I like getting him involved in that. But he's also helped me on a lot of other things too, just on the business side of the music industry, that as a green rookie coming into it, you don't really know what you're getting into a lot of times. Most of the time, especially artist to artist, sometimes there's that ego that can kind of get in the way, and they're not necessarily looking out for you as much as they could. But he's not that guy, and that's really what sold me on his company and signing there, and that is because I've just, even his reputation with everybody else that I've talked to about it, they all said he's just a loyal dude, and he's true to himself.
Now, I know that 2023 is going to be really bright and exciting for you. The first thing that we got to talk about, though, is the Opry debut and the Opry performance that just got announced. Congratulations. What was that, when you found out that you were going to be playing the Opry, how did that feel for you?
Well, I literally just found out like not even 30 minutes ago, but yeah, it was funny. I'm just, I was running late this morning, like, dude, mine was going everywhere, and they're like, hey, watch this video, and it's Carrie Carrie Underwood did like a video, kind of just basically tell me that they had booked it for May 19th, which, it's just obviously a dream come true, especially on the artist side of things. I kind of have songwriter goals and artist goals, and this is definitely, this is really one that kind of meets both of those. It's definitely going to be a cool moment for me because I've dreamed about it for a long time, and I've seen a lot of other people doing it, and I'm really excited about it. So
yeah, it's got to be really rewarding too, because I know that this job is not easy. Nashville is a 10-year town, and to see that, you're coming up in the ranks and you are playing the Opry, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I definitely don't. I always appreciate that too, because you're right. It is a 10-year town, and more for a lot of people who deserve it sooner than most of us. But you take it as it comes and do the best with it that you can, and that's what I'm trying to do. And something like this comes through, I'm not going to turn it down. That's for sure.
No, not at all. Now, do you have more music that's going to come out this year? I'm assuming that you've been working a ton on new material.
Yeah, we're actually we're kind of working on a cool little project that we'll hopefully be sharing more information about soon. We're ready to put music out. I've been ready to do it for a while. We've let them trickle out and tried a few things, but I think we're all kind of in the mindset of like we're gonna get some music out, and I've had time over the last couple of years to be able to write a bunch of songs, and so we've got a lot to choose from, and that's a good thing. So,
and lastly, John, we are Celeb Secrets, so I ask people like secrets, fun facts, what's something about you, or it could even be about like your songwriting craft, that people wouldn't know just by like scrolling on your social media, listening to your music.
That's a good question.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know if a lot of people. I've actually got a cut recently with John Party, and I don't know if a lot of people know that I have written one for him, but it was on his last project called Home the Moon. So go check it out.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, I definitely didn't know that, so that's cool.
Yeah. Not just Aldean.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do you write with a lot of different people in town or cut songs for a lot of different artists? And if so, like, can you tell us which ones?
Yeah, I've there's right now it's more so for me. It's a lot of stuff in the works. I've got a lot of holds right now with a bunch of different artists, and so I try not to jinx it. But I'm hoping that especially this year we'll kind of showcase that a little more, because I think a lot of people are putting out songs, and I'll try not to jinx it.
And any other like dream artists that you wanna cut for without jinxing it, obviously.
Oh man, that's a good question too. I think it would be. I mean, it'd be fun for me to kind of get outside the box. I'm a big Khalid fan, and I don't know that I would ever be able to write something for him, but I think it'd be something. I think it'd be cool to write something together, whether it's for whoever. He's just melodically, he's just a really interesting. He's got an interesting background for melodies, so I don't know. That would be fun.